Hello, myself Sunil Ramakrishnan. Basically, today we are going to talk about the same PAN card basically and few things about the Aadhaar card and passports also basically. So here basically we have talked that the each and every things basically which are connected, uh, each and every government cards basically which are connected with the friendship of only. So here basically in last part basically we have saw that how basically the Aadhaar card and the the PAN card basically was connected with one of the friend basically. That friend basically went to Bangalore. He basically was a poor person. He went to Bangalore, and he done his job and then basically started his business. Then jumped into. Then he left India. Then he started his business in US. India business is ongoing. Like this basically he become very rich person. So and then basically that person basically was up to that much rich that basically when his state government basically want chief minister basically want to talk to him, then basically the chief minister basically have to take the appointment. So up to that level basically rich person basically he has become because he was connected with the lots of governments basically, and basically he was running the government also basically you can say. So like this basically he basically started the personal card basically. He told that he want to track each and every his friend because he can't go to direct friends. So he told that I will track my each and every friends how much income basically they are getting, basically whether they are getting the income or not, that also basically to track basically. So up to that level basically information he want to track, and if getting then basically whether he is able to get his own income also. He was able to get his own income also basically, his own expense basically he was able to get its own expense also basically. So like this his like this he started from his friends that card, and that card basically given his name, that is basically PAN card. So like this the PAN card information started, and the PAN card basically was each and the government people and the private people both basically started searching his friends, and then basically they told that this is your friends each and every friend's income basically. So like this they were updating the each and everything basically, and then basically he thought that the government thought it's a nice basically scheme basically to find the basically each and every person's income basically. So like this basically they introduced the PAN card basically, and now basically it's in across the world basically, across the India basically the PAN card is basically was getting used. So like this basically this was related to one friendship basically. So in friendship basically there is one song basically we are dedicating this song basically, that is basically this song. यही साथ निकले हुए हम जवान, हुए हम जवान। बचपन बड़ा आशिकाना हमारा, सलामत रहे दोस्ताना हमारा। बने चाहे दुश्मन जमाना हमारा, सलामत रहे दोस्ताना हमारा। So basically, this was the song basically, and this was basically one of the song basically, and this was basically old, very old song basically. So this was basically related to one friend basically. So PAN card basically came into picture. So like this basically each and every government cards basically that is tracking what basically each and every information, each and every person's information. So from this basically what came into picture, the things basically came into picture is that each and every person slowly basically they started Aadhaar card also. So PAN card according to the income basically Aadhaar card started. Aadhaar card basically was keeping the track of the each and every information. Here basically each and every person blood cells information are also basically chained with this Aadhaar card basically you can say, because here the basically the concern was what basically to keeping the track of each and every friends basically. So now basically the friendship basically has converted like this basically, that is basically to keeping his health information also basically. So each and every person's health information basically he want to know, that person want to know. So like this basically he introduced the Aadhaar card basically. So the Aadhaar card basically, from Aadhaar card basically he was able to change his friends, each and every friend's blood cells information, because that person basically who was become the very rich person basically, he is basically a rich person. He basically become one blood cells basically, blood group owner basically you can say. So basically when he become one blood group owner basically, then basically his each and every friends also basically connected to him basically. So who are basically taking his products, who were basically his customer, they all basically connected to his chain basically. So he become one of the blood group basically you can say. So like this basically the blood group also came into picture in this world basically, whatever blood groups are there. So what blood groups are very, if when any person says that basically new blood group has introduced, then basically it might be directly connected to this only basically one group basically you can say. So like this basically the groups were keeping adding, like this the customers basically were purchasing his items, then basically they keeps on adding in his group. Like this each and every person basically who were taking his product, they were basically getting added. So like this from PAN card basically he was tracking the his friends information, and the how much income basically they are getting, whether they are able to get his own expense income also, whether he is able to, if he's a family person basically, then he is able to give his family the proper money or not, proper he is able to take care of his family or not. Like this each and every information basically he was able to tracking. So like this basically this was about the PAN card basically. So PAN card basically connected one of the friends story. Like same way basically he told that basically here PAN card basically is just keeping the track of the income basically. Whether basically I want to track his health information also basically, because if his friend's health information is getting creating problem, then basically by default basically that rich person health is also going to be become going to become bad basically. Why? Because it's a chained income, chained blood cells basically you can say, chained relationship basically you can say, because it's a blood cells creation is basically created by universe group basically, and they says that basically if you have connected that means your blood cells has also connected. So like this that person basically start keeping the track, then basically one day he told that his health was not getting good basically, he was getting lots of problem, then basically diagnosed his blood cells basically. He told that basically he checked his blood cells basically, then basically doctor told that basically one of your friend basically is in trouble, and he is not able to earn the income, and he is in very bad condition. So then basically he told that how basically it's possible. Then basically he told that he's getting good income basically according to the government sector basically income information. Basically he's getting a good income basically. Then basically he tracked the thing basically. Then basically tracked that yeah basically his health is not problem. Basically he's getting money, but his health is basically creating problem, and he was basically not getting too much money also. That was the also thing. Like this basically he because according to the expense basically he was not getting the income basically. So like this he um, the person told that yeah basically this friend is basically in problem. So then he basically solved first his friend's problem, then basically slowly basically his health also basically was getting improvement. So basically he that friendship blood cell basically is inside the that person basically. That friendship, each and every blood cells basically he diagnosed. He basically checked each and every friend's blood cells. Then basically they connected. He tracked each and every information whether his friends are getting problems or not. Like this basically he basically treated each and every friends basically he basically given some money to each and every friends basically. Like this he was basically taking care of each and every friends basically. So like this basically his friendship basically blood cells was basically has created his friendship basically blood cells which was inside his blood, that was basically become healthy basically. Like this basically told that he told basically the this information to the government basically. Then basically government told that we can do one thing, we can create one more card, because pan card basically it's containing lots of information basically. So we can't mess each and every information. So we will do one thing, we will categorize the thing basically. Then basically then he started the Aadhaar card basically. So this is basically one story only, and which connects to friendship only. So like this basically the Aadhaar card was introduced. So like this Aadhaar card was getting connected with unique identification, and government was basically connected directly, so they can do anything. So like this few banned story basically also I have told that yeah basically that person was basically banned, and how basically so basically good peoples are also there and bad peoples are also there. So that was basically bad people basically you can say who basically done the ban. And like this basically um, few people basically do lots of things basically, but that's not get tracked basically. But few people do, if he do silly mistake also, then basically that mistake also gets tracked basically. So like this the it's like the life is like this basically you can say. So like this the person basically the government basically told that yeah basically we can introduce the Aadhaar card. The name basically we can introduce one more card, that is basically name we can give as a Aadhaar card basically. Red cells basically information you can say. So like this basically he connected with Aadhaar card, and then basically he was able to track the each and every information of the. So like this Aadhaar card information basically was changed to the blood cells information. Like this the person told that yeah basically now basically he can able to see each and every friend's blood cells information also, whether he from where basically he's getting problem. So like this basically he was getting each and every friend's information that yeah basically my friend is here and he's doing this, he has eaten this, he has eaten this from this restaurant, he has eaten this from this area, he has went to Mumbai for 5 times, and he has eaten that, uh, he has eaten from Bangalore, he has eaten from Delhi, he has eaten from UAE, he has eaten from Oman, he has eaten from Dubai, he has eaten things from Sharjah. He has eaten things from Ajman. He has eaten things from Sharjah. He has eaten from things from Sharjah airport. He has eaten things from Dubai airport. So like this, basically each and every information of his friends, basically he was able to track. So like this, basically he told that yeah, basically now I can able to track each and every blood cells information on the base of Aadhaar card, basically. So like the person told that yeah basically we can introduce the Aadhaar card system. So like this basically the Aadhaar card system came into picture. So just see basically how this is going to connect to earthquake also. So like this the Aadhaar card card basically came into introduction basically from one of the friends basically. So like this is basically the 132, 133, and 134, we are going to see a little bit more about the Aadhaar card. And next is passport.